Well, just got back from the N-Scale convention in Kansas City, and I made me some purchases. In fact, I think I bought more this time than any of the other ones I've been to, and this was my 5th one? Yeah, last year was Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, year before that was Reno, year before that was Nashville, and then way back in 2017 I went to Pittsburgh, so Kansas City it is! I have a lot of friends in Kansas City. I'm from Missouri originally, but on the St. Louis side. So it was an easy one to get to and go see. And yeah, let's take a look at what I ended up getting, because I haven't looked at these really at all. Ended up with 3 new engines, so we'll take a look at these individually. This one, first up, was 30 bucks. Can't go wrong there. It looks great, looks brand new, but I don't think I've ever taken this out yet. It says it's a lifelike, and it is. One of these engines I think is not what it says it is, or cars or something. I don't know, I gotta look. Anyway, cool little black Pennsylvania engine. I love the lifelike models. They're usually high quality, pretty cheap, and they run great and quiet. This one is a little switcher, of course, and I don't have any little switchers. Most of the lifelike ones I got are all the big like diesel, like passenger pullers or something, but this one was a cool little find, and it looked totally worth it, so purchase made. In the background there you'll see the actual overview video I did of the convention, which I must say, honestly, I kind of thought this was the weakest one that I've been to. Maybe because it messed with my mind that it was on like 2 different levels, but I felt like the layouts were kind of weak in terms of quality. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Some of them were pretty detailed, like this one. I really like the landscaping. I love the ultra realism ones, but if you look at it, it's like this giant 30-foot same thing down the line. I don't know. I feel like in years past things have like wowed me more. But this one felt small too. I mean, they only had a big layout downstairs, a layout in the main vendor room upstairs, and then 2 in the hallway. And that was it, really. I feel like in years past there was a lot more to see too, and maybe that has something to do with it. I also felt like maybe there weren't as many vendors this time as other shows too, but again, maybe it's because it was split between 2 different levels. It's kind of messing with me, my perception of it all. But I mean, it was totally worth going, don't get me wrong. I did enjoy it. For sure, but it was just one of those things where it's like, okay, and maybe it's because this is the 5th one I've been to, the speciality of it all is no longer there. I don't know, but I'll continue to go through these when I can, when I feel like it, because it's fun. I love doing these, and I like planning a vacation around them, for sure. Next engine I got here was a cool little Arnold one. For 20 bucks, that's what this blue signature meant. I got both of these. Actually, all these engines came from the same guy who was just selling out everything he had. Actually, I think it was his brother's estate or something he was saying, which was crazy because he had a ton of stuff. It was all very reasonably priced. And in fact, some guy before me came through and bought, I think he said like 200 engines or something like that. I don't know. He had them piled up, adding them up, and he was up to like $9,000 by the time I left. And he was still going strong of totaling it up. Anyway, this is a cool little paint scheme, very similar to the other one I got. But you know, who cares? It's different and unique and cool. And it is an Arnold. Made in Western Germany, so it's super old too, but it looks brand new. I mean, that doesn't even look like it's ever been run. So what a deal. I don't know if I have many old Arnold switchers. That's definitely a first. If I can keep it in focus, it's hard to see. But yeah, this is a really cool one. route of the streamliners. It says. I didn't even see that before. Very, very cool. Hopefully it runs great. You know, these older ones can be hit or miss. We'll see. I'll run the engines around in a different video, take a closer look at them. This was just kind of a quick overview, or it might not be so quick the way I'm babbling on, about all the purchases that I ended up getting this time. And then again, same guy, was this one. I saw this. This was up in the back shadows of the slots the guy had. He had like different shelves, and this one was like way up in the back. I thought it was like a passenger car at first, the way it was kind of seen, and maybe that's why the guy who bought everything before me didn't see it or something. But here it is. Look at this. This is really cool. It's called the Rocket. Weighs a ton. Classic lifelike style. Rock Island, of course. Good, cool, streamlining nose. That's what sold me. I saw that nose and I'm like, okay, I gotta get this because I don't think I have a style of this type. So that's cool. Looks like a big old front headlight. We'll see if that works. Yeah. Although I didn't notice this at the time, but I don't know what these couplers are because I don't have anything that takes these. I did not notice that. If I can keep it in focus. Yeah, that's interesting. I need to see if I can switch that out with my standard ones. Or the Rapido ones, as they say. Looks like there's a little thingy here, and maybe that's why it was so cheap, because it was only 20 bucks. Some kind of paint chip or something, and it looks like something bent the window, too. Interesting enough. Anyway, very cool. I don't think this is the original box for it either, even though it is, because it says unpowered, but there's clearly an engine in here, because you can see the gears, and it weighs just a ton. So it's the wrong box, but it's still a lifelike. All right, so those are the engines. Now on to the freight cars, which I ended up getting a lot, more so than I normally would get. But there were deals to be had. Some I got at the same guy, some I got at some other booths. I tend to like the ones that are just like random people selling their stuff, as opposed to the like vendors who, I mean, I feel like their stuff is like overpriced, to be honest. To like all the new stuff that they're trying to sell. A lot of times you can just find them cheaper online, is kind of my opinion of it all, but no matter. This is a cool little tank car. I've never seen this color before. It's a great paint scheme. It has like a shiny red text on green. You can tell it's old because there's a lot of dust on it, but no matter, I'll clean that up and that will look really, really cool. There's that one. Then we got this guy. He was $5. This one was $4. Looks brand new, cool, all green. I have another one like this, or maybe two. Exact same kind of car, but different. It's like white or something. This one's a cool little green one. Thought it looked great, and for $4, like, come on, this is a great buy for that price, for sure. Got this little Canada tank car. I've never seen this before, and I like new, unique, and different. It certainly pops with that orange. I don't have many orange cars, so that will look great. And then the style of the car itself looks really cool too, like that little inverse, whatever U-shape something is going on there. Whatever, it was a good buy. Again, this was only $5, so anytime you can find like a freight car for like $5 or less, it's like a buy for me, because that's a good price. This one, it just called to me for some reason. The guy had different styles of the same Soline, however you're supposed to say that. It was the exact same thing, but everything was like slightly different. So he had like, I don't know, 5 or 6 cars of the same thing, But every time you saw this in the logo, it was like smaller or different font or different text. Kind of weird to me, because it's like, why do you have 5 different cars that are all like very different? But whatever, I picked out the best one, thought this was cool. This one was $6, a little bit more expensive, but it looks really neat. So I thought even $6 is a good buy for there. So, you know, that's cool. That's not gonna stay up, so I'm gonna put the case back on. All right, trying to stack this stuff up. Here's another one, same style as that other one, BF Goodrich, which I thought was cool. You know, definitely old school. I don't know if this two-tone white is supposed to be the same color, and then over time, like the top is definitely a different shade if it got faded out or something, but I don't know. This one called to me too. Again, that same style as the other one, but different logo. So that's cool. I don't know where I'm gonna put these because my display case is just completely full right now. So this could be a problem. But whatever, we'll figure it out. This one, again, $5. How can you go wrong? Really cool tanker. Green. British Columbia Railway, it says. But it's a cool look, cool style. I don't think I have one like it, so that was a good buy too. Again, if I see something unique and different, I'm gonna probably buy it for $5. Because it's a good price. I'll figure out where to put them later. And then here's another one, same style as those other two. So all 3 of these will look great all together, along with the other couple I have just like this. If I do a train like that, maybe I'll pull one of these switchers around with them all or something when I test it. But yeah, this is another cool look. Looks brand new, although the wheels, the ones on the left look a little used. In fact, are they even metal? Yeah, they're metal. The wheels on the right are super shiny and new, but the wheels on the left are like old. No matter, looks cool, looks cool, looks cool. That's all I care about. And all these have the original boxes, it seems like too, which is unique. As, you know, usually for $5 you can't get the original boxes. Anyway, so that's what I ended up getting from the N-Scale convention itself. Probably more than I've ever bought at a convention to date. Last year I think I got 3 engines also, but I didn't buy as many freight cars. So really happy to see those deals. So even though this was like the smallest quote-unquote convention by perception, I feel like, and the kind of weakest one in terms of all the layouts, I ended up buying the most from that. But oh ho ho! As they say, but wait, there's more. Because, as I said, I kind of tend to schedule some vacation around these N-Scale conventions. Since it was in Kansas City, I wanted to go on a big tour where I flew to Kansas City and then drove south to Bentonville. Never been there before. Actually, I really like the city. There's a lot to do, it feels like. You know, Walmart, you can tell the Walmart money is alive and proud all over the place. And they are spending some dough. And in fact, I drove through their new headquarters that isn't even open yet. And it was quite impressive to see. But beyond that, there's a lot of free museums, and the original Walmart's there, of course, which is now the Walmart Museum, which was cool and free. Yeah, anyway, so that was cool. I went over to Eureka Springs also, which is a cool mountain town, and then up to Branson, Silver Dollar City, Lake of the Ozarks, which I grew up going to all the time, and then back to Kansas City. But along the way, anyway, the whole point of this is whenever I go to these places, I tend to stop by antique stores if I have the time, because you can always find not always, but I like looking at the stuff. It's always unique and different. But you never, ever, ever, ever see N scale. For whatever reason, I don't know if it's because people can easily steal them. Who knows? But you almost never see N scale at antique stores. You always see HO, you see a lot of the older Lionel stuff, but almost never N scale. And it was crazy because three antique stores in a row that I stopped at had N scale. I'm like, this is nuts. Of course, I did this before the N scale convention, so I didn't know what I was going to end up buying there. But anyway, I ended up getting 4 other cars from antique stores along the route, which I'm considering part of my N scale convention purchases. Anyway. This first one I got completely hosed on because, yeah, it's $12, but it was at a 25% off booth, so it was really only like $8, I think, if you do the math. But I still got hosed because I didn't realize it. I was just too excited to find this one because I've been kind of looking at this one for a while. It's so unique and different, being a rocket. However, it's missing a wheel, which I think I did see, and I'm like, no big deal, I can just easily replace that. But I didn't see it's missing the coupler. There is one in the box, or the case it came in, but it doesn't have the other one. And it looks like it's like completely sawed off and broken, because if you look at this side, it's like gone, whereas opposed to this side, which has the little connector still. So I'm greatly disappointed in this one, and I would not have gotten it if I knew it was broken. Whatever. It's a cool look. It's very, very cool look. I hope I can get it working again. Maybe I can just replace the truck with a different one or something like that. That should be fairly easy to do if I can't get a coupler connected to it. The wheel is easy to replace. I have an extra one of those. You can just slap on, they're all standard, so whatever. This was one I've been seeing for a while. Usually they're like $20 or more, like on eBay and stuff, but I wasn't gonna pay that, so it was cool to find that at an antique store right outside of Eureka Springs. This one I think I got at the same place. It's a cool little silver, shiny coal car, although it's all brown, so I don't know what that's supposed to be. But I love these little guys. These are always really cool, and that was fun to see again at an antique store. So we'll slap that there. This one I couldn't believe it. Well, I could believe it, but I've never seen this one before. This one was at I think it was like $10, which is a little pricey for what it is. But look at it, like, why is it so tall? I've never seen a boxcar like this that's like elongated up. If you look at the other one I got, which is this guy here, like that's what a normal boxcar looks like. But look at the proportions and how different it is. So this was a very unique find, I feel like. And I just had to get it because I'm like, I've never seen an elongated shorty like this before. So that was cool, and now it's mine. And then I found this one. This one was pretty cheap, I think. It was like maybe $6 if I remember right. A Walthers. I don't have too many of these. But if I take it out here to look at it closer, like look at that blue. I don't think I have many freight cars that are blue like that. It does have plastic wheels. I'll probably look to replace those because they don't tend to roll very well. But it looks brand new, never been used, and it's a very unique color. So, you know, again, I'm always looking for unique and different. And I feel like my purchases are wide range of buys here for what you get. But yeah, so there you go. Fun times I bought way too much because I don't know what I'm going to do with them in the display case. But no matter, it's always fun to go to these. It's always fun to do them and see what's up. Again, the models, some of them were very detailed. Like this one here looks great, right? It looks fantastic. But I don't know. I just feel like the Kansas City show was just missing some pizzazz or something that really wowed me. And it just felt small. I don't know if anyone else went to it and felt the same. But like this was probably my most favorite one randomly that just came up here. Look at that detail. That detail is amazing. I love the ultra realism. It looks fantastic. You know, it just looks good. So kudos to these guys who put in the time to put this together because it looks great. Obviously, I don't have the time or the space or the willpower to do that kind of stuff. It just takes up so much time. You know, I ended up theming everything out with Lego sets, which is just the crazy thing I've ended up doing. But it works. It works for me. That's why I like going to these shows, to see all the cool, unique layouts that other people, you know, have done. So yeah, that's it. I think for now I'm gonna do the engines, take a closer look at those, and run them around in separate videos because it's just too long for this one. Hopefully they work. Cross your fingers. We'll see. I didn't have so much luck last year, if you saw that video. And if you want to see this full overview video in its entirety, you can see that too, probably posted right before this one on the channel. So yeah, more having fun, and that's really what it's all about, right? Just enjoy it all, take it in. Again, it's always a good time. I have no idea where it's going to be next year or if I'll end up going. If it's in a cool place, I can do another vacation around it, great. If I need to skip a year or two, hey, my display case will thank me because I don't know what I'm supposed to do with the rest of this stuff. Anyway, I guess it's a good problem to have. Alright, enough babbling from me. I'll end it here, and hopefully you enjoyed seeing what I ended up getting. Again, doing this just to document the experience and what I ended up getting from this show. It was fun. You know, I'm always going to enjoy these, so can't complain too much, for sure. But, you know, it was a good time. So, alright, stay tuned for more. There's plenty around the corner.